Welcome back to Smith's Customs. You got Jacob here. All right, we're going to go ahead and start cleaning this injector. So normally I would run this through a chem dip first, but seeing that I'm not doing the nozzle, I don't have to worry about the carbon deposits or anything. I'm going to go ahead and just run it once through the ultrasonic cleaner, and then we're going to get it in some evapor rust and let it sit overnight, because you guys seen these injectors, they got a lot of rust on them. So I got to get that cleaned up before we get started on anything else. All right, with that being said, I have this nice little basket here. I'm going to take all the small parts from the injector we took out earlier. I'm going to start with the ball, that little itty bitty tiny ball. That's the first thing I'm going to put in there. Then I don't have to question whether it's in there or whether I dropped it or it shot across the garage. Then I'm going to take the rest of these little parts. We're going to go ahead and get these things in the basket. Okay, now I got all the little parts in the basket. I'm going to go ahead and close the lid, lock it. I'm going to set the box off to the side. I'm going to grab my basket that goes in my ultrasonic cleaner, my big basket. We're going to go ahead and we're going to set the injector body in there, solenoid, nozzle nut, and I'm going to drop this little container of parts right in here. Set it right down in there and hang that over the side. I'm going to grab my phone off here. All right, we're going to take this basket. I'm going to take it over. And I'm going to put it right in this ultrasonic cleaner. This is a heated ultrasonic cleaner. We got it in there. Okay. Now I will show you. This is the chem dip I normally run first. But as I said, I'm not doing the nozzles. I'm not worried about the carbon buildup. My main thing right now is to get the old diesel and everything cleaned out of there, so I can run this thing through or let it sit in some evapor rust overnight. I'm going to go ahead and set this thing to 20 minutes. When I turn this on, it's going to get a little noisy. I'm going to set it to 20 minutes. I'll pause the video. And then once it's done, I'll come back. Alright, stay tuned. More to come. Alright everybody, and we're back. Our 20 minutes is up. I'm going to pop the lid on this thing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this basket here. It is pretty warm. Could be because it's a heated pressure washer. Just saying. Alright, I dip it a couple times, give it a good rinse. Now, my solution that I'm running in this ultrasonic, it's just a simple green and water. About 75% water, 25% simple green. Okay, set that thing down there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm not going to be using that anymore. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring this over here. I'm going to set this down. I'm going to set the phone up in the tripod, and we'll go ahead and start blowing these things off and get it ready to go in the container. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to take my air hose here. I'll slide this stuff out of the way so it doesn't get blown away when I start blowing air to it. I'll just start with my little container here. Well, no, I'll start with the body. Okay, just going to blow down the ports and passages. If the air compressor does kick on, bear with me, and I'll wait to start talking again until it's off. Just going to blow all these ports and passages out. Okay, got that part clean and dry. We're going to go ahead and hit this solenoid. Okay, that part's dried off. Now we'll hit the nozzle nut. injector. That part's dried off. Now we'll get the basket. Normally I do the basket first, but my little hanger fell down at the bottom, so we can slide the big one out of the way. Then I leave all the small parts in here and I just kind of blow it off through the basket. Get all that dried off. All right, now the way I'm doing this, I spared no expense. I just took an old Pepsi bottle here, cut the top off, and all I'm doing to soak these in evapor rust is I'm setting the body in there first, getting it all the way down to the bottom. Then I throw my nozzle nut in there, solenoid right in there, and that's it. I'm going to pause the video again real quick. I'm going to reposition this tripod and move that bottle over with the rest of them, and we'll go ahead and fill them with evapor rust, and then that'll be the end of the video. Stay tuned. Alright, and we're back. I'm going to be using the CRC evapor rust on these. I'm going to fill them all full, and I'm going to let these things sit overnight. So, here we go. Just kind of pour them completely full till everything's submerged. And then we'll come back at it tomorrow and pull everything out, drain the evapor rust off, and hopefully have some nice clean injectors to work with. Alright, we got that one. Now obviously this is all four of the ones we just pulled off just a bit ago. I just want to make sure everything's completely submerged. Now, they're all filled and submerged with evapor rust, and we're just going to let them sit 24 hours. That'll give it time because they have really heavy duty scaling and everything on them. That was the purpose in drying them off and cleaning the old diesel out of them. That way when I put them in the evapor rust, it's as full strength as possible to clean them as good as it can clean them. I want them things to be clean as can be. You can see the little baskets are still on the outside. Those parts don't have any rust or any type of rust on them, so there's no reason to actually soak those. Thank you for following along. Please like, subscribe, share. That's it for this video. If you're in the north like I am, I can tell you right now it is 54 degrees in my garage. I'm not running the heat because, well, I'm trying to make it to where you guys have the best video possible so you can hear me and we can speak clearly and you don't have to listen to that big noisy heater right now. Because we're borderline in springtime, so I don't want to run the wood stove, so I've been running a torpedo heater out here just to keep the chill off while I'm out here working. So I'm going to be really happy to go in because you can see my hand. Anybody who says they like doing mechanic work, you see how white my fingers are? That's from years of wrenching. I actually got some pretty good circulation in that hand, obviously. So, well, thank you guys for following along. I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys on the next video.